Okay, in this next lecture, we're going to talk about resizing, positioning, rotating, flipping, and cropping images. Wow, that's a whole stew of topics. And I'm going to go back to those book covers that I was just showing you. So let's go back to PowerPoint, where we've got our book covers more or less under revision control, because I can create multiple versions of a book cover in here, and I can create multiple book covers. So it's kind of it's almost like a directory structure within a PowerPoint file. So let's deal with this image. I only have one image on this page, so let's deal with the rabbit. First of all, the thing that really confused me about the rabbit, or not the rabbit, but graphics in PowerPoint right away, is I couldn't figure out how to flip. Right? If I wanted this guy to point the other direction, how do you flip? Now, I noticed that when you click on an image, like this rabbit, I get the Format menu, and if I click on the pull down for that, for Format, I get all of these options. Now, one over here, hidden, is called Rotate, and it says Rotate or Flip. So this is where flip is. If I want to flip this guy horizontally or vertically, notice as I roll over, it shows me what the effect's going to do, or rotate it 90 degrees. I have more rotation options down here that I can select from. So that's the way that you rotate an image. If I want this guy to be pointing the other direction, I just go like that, and there's my image pointing the other direction. That, I think, is really neat. Now, as far as how to resize it, check this out as far as resizing an image. If I drag these bullets at the side are the resize buttons. And if I drag any of the buttons to the side of the image, what it will do is it will change that dimension without consideration for the opposite dimension. So I can make this rabbit wider or skinnier by grabbing this one. And if I didn't like what I just did, go up to, where'd it go? Undo. And I can undo that little stretching episode. Now, at the same time, I can also make him shorter and taller. And if I don't like what I did there, I just go up and undo it. Now, the way to make him proportionally resized and to respect the aspect ratio that he's got is to grab one of the corners. And then when I pull that down, no matter where I go, right, I can go up, left, all that stuff. It will always resize both the height and the width the same way. So this is resizing an image. Now, the last two things that I need to talk with you about is positioning and cropping. Now, actually, notice this. There's actually an easy way to rotate him. Just grab the little rotator up here and you can spin him. So that's a quick way to rotate. But I couldn't find flip for such a long time. And I finally found flip is under rotate on the image menu. So go to Picture Tools Format, and under rotate is flip, left and right. That's handy. Now, we also want to talk about moving an image. All I've got to do is click on the image and notice this directional arrow. These directional arrows pop up. So I can move this image anywhere I want as long as he's transparent. If he was on a white background, that would cause trouble. And that's why we're going to spend quite a bit of time in this course talking about how to make cutouts or silhouettes like what I've got here in PowerPoint. Now, the final thing is being able to crop him, right? This resizes him, but what if I just want to crop his legs off? Well, what you do is you come up to crop and you say crop. And then you get these crop corners and you can drag them in, and notice I can crop him down to that he's just this. Now, if I like what I just did, which I don't particularly like, but assuming I do, notice that crop is kind of grayed out. I go out and I click crop one more time and it actually crops to that shape. So that's how you crop down an image. So what do we got here? We've got resizing, maintaining the aspect ratio, resizing without maintaining the aspect ratio, rotating, cropping. We've got flip and rotate in various directions here. If you just want to do a flip And I think that's everything that we needed to cover in this lecture. I'll see you in the next, where we're going to cover more image manipulation topics.